Morning, everybody. I just touched by mistake a key on the phone, and it started. It was supposed to start it within 1 minute, but it doesn't matter. Let's go. Here we go. Well, my friends, Kamala Harris. It's um, looks like she's gonna be the next president of the United States of America. Uh, since Joe Biden quit, I don't think Donald Trump will have the same impact that he was having these days, because uh, Kamala Harris uh, is being supported by Nancy Pelosi, the Clintons. So let's see what's going to happen, because this is not like Donald Trump versus Joe Biden 2.0, but this time is he will face someone. Uh, he will face someone that has uh, immigrant roots, that is a woman, and also who is a black woman. So it's like you facing the racist one versus this woman. Let me show you her, and I will read for you her profile. This is from the White House. Kamala Harris, the vice president, fighting for the people and delivering for America. The Biden-Harris administration. Let's go back here. So it says Kamala D. Harris is the Vice President of the United States. She always fights for the people, from her very breaking time as District Attorney of San Francisco and Attorney General of California to proudly serving as a United States Senator and the Vice President. On January 20th, 2021, Kamala Harris was sworn in as Vice President, the first woman. She was the first woman, not Hillary Clinton, no Michelle Obama, no Oprah Winfrey, whatever woman that you want to mention, but Kamala Harris, the first Black American and the first South Asian American to be elected to the position. It was not Nikki Haley. It was not Amy Klobuchar. It was not Whitmer. It was Kamala Harris. It was not Ivanka Trump. It was Kamala Harris, and that's something that should be respected. Some people say, "Oh no, I don't think she was gonna win. She's gonna win because normally the United States, they don't want, or America, they don't want to elect a woman." But that's something that should change. Someday it's gonna change. Conservatives think, oh, everything has to be the same way for 200, 300, 400 years. No, time changes. Time change, and change makes things like this possible. Maybe 50 years ago, no one was thinking about a woman running for president and with opportunities to become a president. No one was thinking about that. But these days it's possible, because you had Hillary Clinton, that was, even the Hillary got more votes than Donald Trump, 2 million more votes than Donald Trump. What happened is that the system in the United States is not because of the votes that you get, the votes that people cast. No, it's based on the states that you win, and Donald Trump won in 35 states, and Hillary Clinton only 15. Then he got the delegates from those states, and that's why he got the amount of delegates necessary to become the president. You need 270, because the system gives the same, well, they have a system that has the votes for the same amount of representatives and senators they have. That's that amount of delegates to choose the president. Even after people vote, delegates have to vote, and if the delegates vote against what people decide on the polls, at the end the president is going to be someone else. That was, or it was, what Donald Trump was claiming to Mike Pence, to turn over the electoral college and put him back as president for 2020 to 2024. But Mike Pence didn't do it. And maybe because Mike Pence didn't do it, Mike Pence paid a price 4 years later, because, or 3 years later, when he tried to become the nominee from the GOP, the Republican Party. Those Trumpist people, those people that they are loyal to Donald Trump, they just oust him, or they didn't support to the former vice president, and he had to quit from race. Let me continue reading this for you about Kamala Harris. As Vice President, she has worked to bring people together to advance opportunity, deliver for families, and protect fundamental freedom across the country. She has led the fight for the freedom of women to make decisions about their own bodies. That's something that I support. The women should have the decision on their bodies. Their bodies are not the main bodies, are not the government bodies, are not the senator bodies, are the women bodies. And they're supposed to have the freedom, the decisions on their bodies, what to do with them. Well, that's what I think. The freedom to live safe from gun violence. In the United States, they have a very big issue with the gun violence. Guys with 13 or 14 years old, the teenagers, they just go to, they don't have they cannot buy the guns, but maybe the parents buy guns, and they just, you know, take the guns without consent of the parents, and they go to the school and they kill 20 or 25 people, 20 or 25 students. And at the end, you have cases like Jacob Cross, I think, in Parkland, in Florida. He killed 17. Maybe they say, that he's going to be in jail forever, everlasting. Yeah, but 17 students, 17 human beings, 17 people, 17 children, we won't have them back to life. We won't have them with us again. We won't have them with us anymore. Kamala also supports the freedom to vote and the freedom to drink clean water and breathe clean air. While making history at home, she's also representing the nation abroad, embarking on more than a dozen of foreign trips, traveling to more than 19 countries, and meeting with more than 150 world leaders to strengthen critical global alliances. So Kamala is a woman that deserves our support and the support of the Democratic Party, the support of the American nation, to become the 47th president of the country, to be the replacement for Joe Biden, because Biden has not the medical condition, has not the strength that is required at this time to stop Donald Trump. I will read a phrase from Kamala Harris. It says, "At every step on the way, I've been guided by the words I spoke from the first time I stood in a courtroom." Kamala Harris, for the people. It was a statement from Kamala Harris from August 19th, 2020. Fighting for the people is nothing new for Vice President Kamala Harris. In 2017, she was sworn into the United States Senate, where she championed legislation to fight hunger, provide relief, rent relief, improve maternal health care, expand access to capital for small businesses, revitalize America's infrastructure, and combat the climate crisis. She questioned 2 Supreme Court nominees while serving on the Judiciary Committee. She also worked to keep the American people safe from foreign threats and craft bipartisan legislation to assist in securing American elections while serving on the Senate Select Committee of Intelligence. In 2010 or 2010, Vice President Harris was elected Attorney General of California, where she oversaw the largest state justice department in the country. She took on those who were preying on the American people, winning a 20 billion settlement for Californians whose homes had been foreclosed on, and a 1.1 billion settlement for students and veterans who were taken advantage of by a for-profit education company. She also defended the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, in court and enforced environmental laws. So that she has done a lot of things for people. Some people says that she supports the open borders, which is not, something that the Republicans and racist people from the U.S. support. The white and rich people from the U.S., most of them, they support that border should be closed. So that's something that we sure Donald Trump is going to attack her with in the next debate. The debate is going to be more interesting, because this debate that we have, that was even moved to a prior date that the date it was supposed to be, maybe to show Joe Biden that he was not in conditions to try the re-election. Maybe it was a strategy from the Democratic Party to show Joe Biden, hey, you have to go, you have to leave, you have to take a part. So, in the next debate is going to be really interesting. Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. There are also some other options in the Republican Party. Democratic Party. It's not like, oh, Kamala is going to be there. No. Only Joe Biden resigns from presidency, and then Kamala is going to be sworn at the next president, or if Joe Biden dies before he finishes his term, which is supposed to be ending within 6 months from now. Kamala Harris was born in Oakland, California. That's why someone wrote on, I think, Washington Post, when she was sworn as vice president, from Oakland to Washington, D.C. And as the daughter of immigrants, she grew up surrounded by a diverse community and a loving extended family. She and her sister Maya were inspired by the mother, Shamala Gopalan, a breast cancer scientist and pioneer in her own right, who came to the United States from India at the age of 19 and then received her doctorate the same year that Kamala was born. Wow, amazing. Let me show you the mother of Kamala Harris. I'm almost done with this streaming. This is her mom, and this is Kamala when she was a baby. So that woman came from India when she was 19 and got a doctorate in the United States. Both of the vice president's parents were active in the civil rights movement and instilled in her a commitment to build a strong coalition that fights for the rights and freedoms of all people. They brought her to civil rights marches, and a stroller and taught her about heroes like Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall and civil rights leader Constance Baker Motley. Vice President Harris went on to graduate from Howard University and the University of California Hastings College of Law. In 2014, she married Douglas M. Huff, a lawyer. They have a large blended family that includes their children, Ella and Cole. She has no children by herself, but these girls that are from Douglas M. Imhoff, who is her husband, and that's something good for her to be married to a white man, because it can show to those. It's because, well, not at all, because Michelle and Barack Obama, they were black, both of them, and at the end they spent 8 years in the White House. He as the president, as the 44th, and she as the first lady. the florus, porus and florus, but it's good in a country with too many racist people like the United States. It's good when you marry to someone that who is white. Not because you want, maybe because you want, but because it's a way to show those racist one that, well, okay, I have someone that is from your is from your group. As a trailblazer throughout her entire career, the Vice President Harris is committed to fulfilling her mother advice. My mother would look at me and she would say, Kamala, you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you are not the last. So, uh, that's the history of Kamala Harris that inspired a lot of people. She was a leader in the movement for LGBTQ plus rights. She officiated the first same-sex wedding after Proposition 8 was overturned. She also established the Office Environmental Justice Unit and created a groundbreaking program to provide first-time drug offenders with opportunity to earn a high school degree and find employment, which the U.S. Department of Justice designated as a national model of innovation for law enforcement. And years earlier, in 1990, she joined the Alameda County District Attorney's office, where she specialized in prosecuting child sexual assault cases. So she has been dealing with a lot of matters that have given her the experience to handle or to rule the United States as the country. I mean, to rule the country. So you cannot say, oh, she has no experience. No. If she's going to be a good or bad president, well, time will say that. But I assume that American people have the opportunity to choose between her, who represents the future, who represents solidarity, who represents opportunities, and choose a guy that represents the past and that can bring a lot of difficult time to America. Something good from Trump is that he will stop the war, because the weakness of Biden brought the war in Ukraine, brought the war that we're having on the West Bank between Israel and Hamas. But what else you can say about Trump? He's going to separate families. He's going to deport a lot of people to send them back to their countries. And not all of people are criminal. Most people, they just go to the United States looking for better opportunities. Because if you are the number one economy and you are the strongest country in the world and you are getting benefits from many countries from Latin America, why you don't want Latin American people going to your country? They are not going to steal nothing to you. They are going to provide benefits to your economy. Most of them. If you have some of them that they are criminal, just deport those ones, the criminal ones. But don't say just to get just to encourage your supporters or your those people that are going to vote for you. Oh, we are getting criminals. A lot of criminals are crossing the border. Latin American countries are sending us criminals. That's not true, Donald Trump. That's a lie. A lies like that is that I expect Kamala Harris to stop in the next debate, because Biden was not able to do so because of his age, because he is too old for the position. Biden couldn't have the opportunity to stop Donald Trump lies the debate. And maybe it was good, because it was a way to show us that Biden was not in condition to stop Trump, and that we need a replacement, or the Democratic Party need a replacement. So, my friends, Kamala Harris has the opportunity to be the first American, the first woman the president is to be elected as president of the United States of America, and I assume that she will make a great government for people, because she always has been fighting for people and delivering for America. Thank you very for watching.